Good afternoon, I'm Colette Linden.
And I'm Dani Dupuis. Welcome to the Special Report PM edition.
Well, just to remind you, it's the 50th anniversary of Earth Day today, and we have some awesome visuals that we want to share with you. We're actually going to cut straight to them. We want to start with just how the smog has lifted across the world.
It's amazing.
I know with COVID-19, it clearly has a lot of negative effects, but we cannot ignore the positive effects of this. So we've got some images popping up on your screen. It's going to show you China. The first image is from January, February to March would be your last image, and that's just a visual of how much the smog has cleared in 3 months. And we have one for Italy as well. And we were just discussing before we went on air that the smog is down 49% from this time last year in Italy. And again, there's your 3 months difference.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I don't know, one of the places I've always wanted to visit is Venice, and I'm sure there's many people who have been there. But the canals are crystal clear. And Chris was also saying that you see
jellyfish.
Jellyfish. I like, what are those things called with the tentacles? Anyway, there's a video here that we found, and it's the crystal clear waters of Venice while people are in lockdown. And again, normally people are going to the canals, but obviously tourism has been affected by COVID-19. But look at that water.
To be a resident there and to witness that and to be able to see it firsthand, that must be incredible.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, happy Earth Day. And now we need some weather. What do you think?
We do. Well, in terms of our weather right now, it's sunny out, which is really, really nice. It's at currently -1, and it's going to be going down a little bit this afternoon. But tomorrow it's going to be looking a little bit brighter out. Hopefully it's going to be up. I believe it was to 5. Fingers crossed again. But
5.
You know,
put a 1 or a 2 in front of that, and I'll be a little bit happier.
Our good April weather, and as many say, April
snow showers.
Yes, bring May flowers, please.
I was in Miami this time last year, and if you would have said 5, people would have freaked out. And meanwhile, here we're celebrating it. So.
Yeah, I know. When we think 5 is hot, we've got problems. To remind you, the Premier will be coming. To address the province. We're waiting for the time. Our 2-minute guy, and when we see him, we will.
Timer Tim.
Tiny Tim. Yeah.
Timer Tim.
So we will throw to him when we see him in the video. But we're going to throw to Chris right now for a quick update.
Thank you very much. The COVID-19 numbers for Algoma have not come out today, but we do have a very, very positive number that has come out from the provincial government. And that is, for the first time, we have more than 50% of the people who have tested positive for COVID-19 have now recovered, meaning they now test negative for COVID-19. That is a fantastic sign. It goes along with the modeling we saw that came out on Monday, showing that it looks like we have peaked in the general population. However, we still have outbreaks in our long-term care homes that we need to get under control. And we're seeing that across North America and the developed world, where long-term care homes, also called nursing homes, have outbreaks. And so what they've done to try and stop this is, now if you work in long-term care, you're only allowed to work in one long-term care facility. That way, the employees aren't spreading viruses from one long-term care home to another. So hopefully that will help to flatten the curve in the long-term care homes here in Ontario as well. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Chris. Well, we're all doing our best to flatten the curve for sure.
To go off of what Chris said too, one of the things that they had discussed too is if you are working at a long-term care home and also have like a part-time job, that part-time job has to go. You can only pick one.
That makes sense. You know, you've got the well-being of the residents of the senior home and your families at home. But although we did report that they are doing RVs, I'm not too sure if that's just for long-term care employees as well, or is that also just for the healthcare?
They are doing it for truck drivers, anyone who is in need.
Anyone online.
It's anyone in the front line. So if you're in need of it and want to stay safe and quarantine from your loved ones.
Yeah, and not stay in a hotel and see your kids. Yeah. Awesome. We have some community updates that we want to throw to you while we're waiting for the Premier. Again, the special report is sponsored by Casey Security, so thank you guys. There was a motor vehicle accident apparently around the corner, so we're sitting in the studio and I was ready to...
And our power went off.
I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I'm like this, waiting for the camera to go, and I was like, no.
Because it was right in the middle of your interview, right?
Yeah, just before it started. So Apparently, the reason was a motor vehicle accident on 3rd Line and Great Northern Road, I believe. So I hope everyone's okay with that, but we will have some more information posted to SiouxOnline.com when we get more information. Now, tell us about the Salvation Army, Dani.
Salvation Army recently posted, and they wanted the community to know that they're up 100% from their numbers from last year of families in need and people coming to food banks. But they also want the community to know that, hey, we're here to help, and if you need help, let us know. They're saying don't hesitate, contact us if you need groceries. They were even offering delivery services. So that's also available now. Unfortunately, with the food bank, you can't go in, but they're asking if you could just wait outside the doors.
And they do curbside?
Yep.
That's great.
Everything.
That's
so
awesome.
The team's working very hard, and they even said too, if you're looking for something to do, go and volunteer your time there. They're still looking for volunteers too.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it is National Volunteer Week, so we want to thank all of our volunteers out there, especially now, for what you're doing to help the community. And just in the past, in the year, it doesn't have to be related to COVID-19 and what's going on right now. So on that note, the City of Sault Ste. Marie has created a new website, and it is siouxtogether.ca, and it's helping local businesses through. So we encourage you to go there. We do on our website actually have the form that you need to fill out, and what they're doing on this website is just telling everybody in the community, this is what's open, this is who's open, this is what they're doing. So if you are open and your business is running, or get there, fill out the form and send it in so that you can be a part of siouxtogether.ca. And what about the free virtual events going on?
Oh my gosh, so part of Earth Day, they're having this huge virtual event right now where you can sit in and listen to some Canada spectators who are involved in the environment, and they're just going to talk to us about what's going on, and due to recent COVID-19, you know, what changes have been happening too, and how you can alter your changes at home. I mean, as Chris mentioned, and as we've been mentioning too, everything's becoming clearer, water's becoming clearer, as well as...
You can see the jellyfish, which I couldn't remember the word for earlier,
And more animal sightings too. So during these virtual events, that's basically what they're going to be talking about. There's one actually going on right now, and hopefully people are tuned in to watch that one.
Yeah, well, Rotary, I know that we reported that Rotary Fest has postponed their event, hoping that they kind of can run that in the fall, but I guess we'll see where we're at that time. But you know, no poutine fest.
I know, I was speaking with them today actually in an interview, and they were hoping for, you know, maybe August if it's not.
Well, fingers crossed, that's for sure. It would be nice to have a nice community event soon.
I miss the block parties, those were so much fun, and all the food.
But they are still doing their 50-50 draw. Now, unfortunately, their Easter Seals Drive, which is a huge revenue generator for them, wasn't as successful this year because of the situation. So what they're doing is they're continuing this on. May 15th would be the draw. They ask you to go to rotaryssm5050.ca and purchase your tickets. We were also discussing earlier in the newsroom after our morning show that said, you know what, maybe we should take, and it was Chris's idea, so I can't steal his thunder, but why don't we take this platform and the opportunity to give back to the community, and you know, we're here if you want to make a donation to a certain fundraiser. We're going to link that eventually.
Yeah, but let us know. We can help
for further
out.
Conversation. And we're going to go to commercial right now, but when we come back, we have some really exciting, an exciting time coming up here. We're going to do like a round table, I think.
Ooh, we're going to try
this. With our social distancing in effect. And what we're going to discuss is just the effects of COVID-19 on your health. Like, what about those who were in cancer treatments? What's happened? What about children who need to be immunized? Oh, we feel that's a very strong topic to talk about, and we're going to bring Chris in it because he is the brains behind that one.
I won't give him credit for that, for sure.
We have to give him credit for that. So we are going to a commercial break right now, and we will be back in 2 minutes.
message from the Government of Canada.
Hey Mel, did you know that Algoma University has campuses in Brampton and Timmins?
Really? Did you know that if you're at Algoma University, you're only 14 minutes and 16 seconds away from Maitland Fort Lincoln?
Oh wow, closer than you think.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks, Casey Security, for your sponsorship of the show. So we're going to start that roundtable right now, but I think we've got some Facebook shout-outs.
Yeah, we have Chantel Dawson.
Hey,
Hello.
Chantel, how are you today? Happy Earth Day, Chantel. Yeah, you can respond to that. I was like, you're not there. I don't know why I
We
asked
could
you
have a
that.
full conversation.
So silly.
There was something that I saw which was really clever too in honor of Earth Day.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying, instead of hugging a person, go hug a tree, with our social distancing.
So if you're out and about and you see someone hugging a tree, it's because of Dani and they have not lost their mind. We are going to pitch to Chris because he brought up something awesome and interesting last night on his show. Chris, why don't you tell us about it?
Yes, thank you very much. Also, this Friday I'll be interviewing our MPP, Ross Romano, and we'll probably have a little bit on that for the afternoon show on Friday, and also for my evening show at 7 p.m. I'll have a full half-hour interview with Ross Romano, our local MPP. Last night I talked to the infectious disease specialist at Superior Hospital, and he's also professor at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine, Dr. Lucas Castanelli, and he and I chatted about a bunch of different things related to COVID-19, but one of the questions I asked him was, should we have 2 death counts? One death count for people who died from COVID-19, and one from people who were not able to get treatment for cancer. They were supposed to have an MRI. He also mentioned that people are having heart attacks and strokes, and they're afraid to go to the ER because they don't want to get COVID-19. However, there's drugs you can have if you're having a stroke or a heart attack that lessens the long-term impact of that, and people are not necessarily going as quickly as they should, and some aren't going at all because they're afraid of catching COVID-19. So we had a discussion about that. Should we be looking at the increase of cancer last year compared to how many people died from cancer this year? So that was just one of the things we were talking about, and in the newsroom this morning we were also discussing some other things.
Yeah, I just, you know what, we're so caught up in how the world has changed, which is natural and expected. But what about the rollout or the ripple effect from COVID-19 in this pandemic? And should we not start thinking about those? You have a child, perhaps, we were talking about people who are pregnant. What if your obstetrician is not open his practice? We heard the other day that the group health center had to lay off quite a few, or yesterday had to lay off quite a few people, and doctors are shutting their practices. The Sioux already has a shortage of doctors anyways in this city, so that's pretty scary and upsetting. But what about those patients who need that? If you are pregnant, if you have to go to the hospital, I assume now that they are testing babies for COVID-19 as they do the little toe test. Oh, I miss the baby toes. But but there's immunization issues too. Yeah.
And other health care issues too, like optometry. What if you have a problem with your eyes?
Yeah, I do.
A dentist, chiropractor. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of people that have shut down their practices. And it's even MRIs. I mean, maybe you need an MRI because they're trying to find something for some issue that you're having. That MRI is canceled, and what if it's a growth and it just keeps growing and growing inside you for 3 or 4 months, and it would have been a small issue now, and then now it becomes a major issue several months from now.
For sure. Thanks, Chris. I think we could go on and on about this a lot, but we do have to end the show. The Premier has delayed his press conference to 1:30, so please come back to on TV or Facebook, wherever you're watching us, SiouxOnline.com, and tune in for the Premier. Casey Security, we thank you for your sponsorship. Go to SSM, special report SSM@gmail.com, and hashtag in this together, Sault Ste. Marie. Have an awesome, awesome hump day.